Welcome to DWI, Dezz White Intoxicating
Thoughts?
And that voice you hear over there is my co-host, Nat Jones.
Who?
Nat Jones.
Mm-hmm. And that other guy you hear is Dezz White.
You know, it's Dezz White on Twitter. It's ITSDEZZ.
Two Z's.
WHITE.
Don't forget the other Z.
Don't forget the other Z. And it's Dezz White on all the social medias, and that's always with two Z's.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find my girl Nat on Twitter at
Nat Jones Who. Instagram, Nat Jones Who. And yes, Facebook.
Whoa.
Nat Jones Who.
Oh no, look out. Oh, there we go. There it is, Nat Jones Who.
We always like to start off with the cool, like, social, what's going on social media wise. So,
right.
All right, what's going on social media wise? Beard games matter.
That seems to be the talk of social media now.
Ladies.
Okay, tell me what that is. I have no idea.
Okay, so it started out as a Facebook page with guys that have beards, and they wanted their place in the world, so they said their beard game matters. It started out very innocent, and then people started adding, things to it. Now it has become just this thing of women looking at men and admiring their beards.
Wow. Okay,
and
so
other things.
I'm just about to say it has to be something else because everybody is like,
Well, I mean, it's nice to admire beards and
I was watching
eyes.
I got caught up in the beard game today, and I was on that. I ain't getting no work done.
Now they got
Like,
the beard
what?
game with the gray sweatpants, and the beard game Atlanta, and the beard game Houston, and
Is this like some sex talk for women or something?
that's kind of what it's become. But yeah, it literally now, the guy that created it's amazing. It's a dating site now. He's gonna create an app and everything, like Tinder. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
For the beard game.
For the beard game, t-shirts, all that.
Wow.
So I mean, it's something that started out innocent. He's got a beard. He wanted to, show some love to the folks around the country with beards, and then he's like created this like kind of sex empire.
That is a beard game.
He might be the next R.I.P. He might be the next Hugh Hefner.
Speaking of, Hugh checked out.
But he was 91.
Hey, so that what that tell you?
What?
Or Kelly probably gonna live a long time too. I'm just saying.
But did you hear that the Playboy Bunny wife, the new one, she don't get nothing. She wasn't in the wheel.
Oh, I can believe that.
That's just hard. I mean, not even like a little, yay, thank you for marrying me.
She got the Hefner name. That's all she need.
No, it's not. She can't
she
use
can
that.
make it. She's young.
Move out the mansion, though. I'm going to need you to get on about it.
She got to leave the house?
It's not hers.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't even think Hugh really owned it anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think like some company or somebody bought it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's something like that. I'm not sure.
Well, it's interesting. It was an era, it was a era in time that we all lived through.
Yeah.
Hugh Hefner.
Playboy didn't really do it for me like that, though.
I don't even know anything about it. I only watched the show that
I found the pictures way more interesting than some of the articles.
Okay.
They didn't really relate to me.
I never read or saw a I saw a magazine, but I never read one. So sorry.
Well, I tried.
I'm sure you did.
And I was better off just looking at the pictures.
Better off, meaning.
Yeah. That's about all you was gonna get out of the magazine anyway. So
I don't need to know what you did when you looked at the. That's what I was trying to get at, but I really don't.
Well, I can just say none of the pages were stuck together. Let's just say that none of the pages were stuck together. Just didn't really do it for me.
Okay. Well,
I'm just saying,
Yeah. Well, R.I.P. to Hugh.
Yeah.
Like I said, I only watched the TV show that he was on when he did with the 3 other girls. So.
The reality show that they had? Yeah.
And I kind of liked him then. And the little old lady, the little secretary, I don't know if she's still living, his little old secretary, but R.I.P. Hef.
Yeah.
You built an empire. You did that.
He definitely did that.
It was a worldwide brand.
Yeah.
I mean, Playboy Bunnies. When you hear that, you know what that means.
A fixture in American history.
Yes. He made the rabbit sexy.
Hey. Yeah.
Okay.
R.I.P. to health.
Yeah. All right. Now, over the weekend, Netflix and chill was looming because it was just one of those kind of weekends.
Right.
Def Jam 25. You being a comedian, I know you know all
Shit
about
was off the chain. It was funny to me to see everything that made me start doing comedy.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it really like that for
Yeah.
you? Because I
Yeah,
saw a lot of the
that's-
comedians like Tiffany Haddish from, well, we know her now from Girls Trip. But, all of these younger kind of comedians paying homage. I mean, it's really interesting. So that was your story.
Yeah, that was like, watching that, it was like, okay, see, this is the very reason why I started doing comedy. And I started like, Def Jam probably had been out maybe 2 years before I started doing comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you know some of the things that you learned? I mean, did you learn anything new on the show? Like, I didn't know that, certain people toured with certain people, or, like they were talking about how the host
No. I
put people on.
Yeah, I knew all of that. Who
am I talking about? D.L. Hughley and who was the host? Martin Lawrence,
yeah.
So you knew all of that?
Yeah, like when
the Rainbow Lounge, where that is? Or where he was?
Yeah, the Peppermint Lounge. I got to perform at the Peppermint.
You didn't get booed off like
Nope.
What?
Nope. And actually, that was the first time that I can say that I worked with Chris Rock.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he was there.
I worked with Chris Rock at the Peppermint Lounge in New
Wow.
Jersey. Yeah.
In Jersey. It was amazing just to see the history of it. And I know there's history before, that era of comics came out. Like, nothing bad against, all of those comedians that came out before. But there was nothing like Def Jam.
No.
There was nothing like that.
Because those comics wasn't mainstream. You just knew of those comics if you were into comedy.
Right.
And
it was interesting to see the perspective, too, of the older generation and how they looked at Def Jam. Because I know they got a lot of flack. I know those comedians got a lot of flack for that. Using the N-word, using some of the vulgar language. The older comedians, they mentioned, the Bill Cosbys of the world and some of those things.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was that they tied it with hip-hop, which was great.
Yeah. I mean, of course, it was a label. It was a brand.
Yeah.
It all went together, which was crazy.
It was sweet, though. Yeah, I thought this shit was hilarious. Dave Chappelle.
Hilarious. If you haven't seen it, it's like this whole middle part that really, like toward the end with him and D.L. Hughley.
Yeah.
That probably should have been taken out. I mean, it was an outtake, but they left it in because it was just that funny.
It was fucking hilarious. It was fucking hilarious.
It was.
All because
I don't
want to
give it away.
Read the prompter.
No, and the fact that the two of them have problems with reading, and they just put that out there on Front Street, like, look, read. You want me to read?
Yeah, hilarious. And they made sure they gave a shout out to Earthquake in the process.
I saw that.
Another nigga that had a problem with reading.
And Bruce got a shout out.
Right.
Laura Hayes. It was cool. I mean, I wish Laura had been up on stage a little bit more. I wish they had recognized her because I really think.
Why? I mean, yeah, why?
Well, just because of the whole BET Comic View thing, I guess. And I know that was Def Jam, but she was on Def Jam.
Yeah, I thought she was right where she needed to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about Monique?
See, and that
was the only person I was really missing.
And this is the thing, like in the comedy world, there were issues going around about this 25 because some people say they didn't get invited. They felt that they should have got invited.
Okay.
Some people was there and they're like, well, why is dude there? Type kind of thing. So yeah, it was some people that was pissed, and some, as comedians do, just show up at that motherfucker and crashed it.
Well, the funniest part, I think, was just Dave and Kat, because I really don't know their relationship. Like Dave opened the show and was like, we all worried about if Kat gonna come. And he was sitting in the audience. Right. Kat was cool with it. He kind of chuckled.
Yeah, but that's what comedians do. They may every now and then, but you fuck with your person that you really kind of fuck with, but you kind of fuck with them like that. So
okay,
but you do it 9 times out of 10. You do it like I fuck with them. So you jawn on them a little bit, hit them with some slick shit.
It was cool to see Kat there though.
Oh yeah, it's always cool when Kat show up.
Yeah, I think he definitely had some political things that he had to address. But the funniest part was just saying, I mean, he just got up there and just started talking about how, he can't go to everything.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Legally.
Legally.
I can't make it to every event. Yeah,
but it was cool to see them pay homage to, you know, Russ and Russell Simmons and, you know, some
Bob
of those.
Sumner.
Yeah.
Stan. Lathan for putting, you know. That's that they made it.
Yeah. And it's cool to see Stan. Like, a lot of people don't know that Sanaa Lathan and Stan are related.
Oh, wow. I didn't really know that. I can see it, though.
She was at a lot of earlier shows. Like, when they showed the old stuff, like the folks in the balcony and stuff, she was in some of those shots.
All the celebrities used to always see.
LL Cool J and all that. But it was cool. It was cool. Yeah. It was a cool time. It was a cool era. They are right. You know, it was probably a lot of people that stole cable around that time.
Martin by far is the best Def Jam host that they ever had, because the show pretty much went to shit.
It did. I stopped watching it, honestly.
After Martin left.
Yeah.
It pretty much started going the other fucking way.
Yeah. But like Tiffany and Kevin Hart's, you know, part, and Leslie Jones, who's on SNL now, and I mean, it was, and Chris Rock. It was cool to see all those bigger comics really come back.
Yeah, I did Def Jam. Yeah, I did Def Jam.
I remember.
Yeah. They didn't show it.
Were you invited?
Yeah.
You were invited to go to Def Jam 25?
No. Oh. Actual Def Comedy Jam.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't send me a ticket.
They didn't send you one?
No. I would have, but if I'd have been in LA, I'd have just crashed it.
Just showed up.
Oh yeah, no bullshit. Because I'm telling you, there are comics that did that.
Well, as they should.
Exactly. I mean, that's what we do though.
Right. We just gonna go.
Yeah. We just gonna show. Hey, what's happening? You're not on the list. And, man, I'm a comic. Move.
Man, bye.
That's one thing. A comic at a comics event. Oh. You swear you was
VIP
all the time.
Just you Obama.
I'm telling you that is what comics will do. Like if you have and it's the same thing too. If you haven't been really established and people like, okay, yeah, he's a comic, and show up at some shit like that. Every comic there will straight clown your ass.
No.
Yeah. Will straight clown your ass. Like, yo, what is this dude doing here? This seriously. And if you're a comic and you know, pretty much an established comic, and you know they know you for being a comedian, and the comic that who shows the respect, you can just show up, you know, eat, drink, all the shit, yeah. Like, hey man, I don't know who this nigga is. Think he ordering stuff on my green room, but he a comic.
Put it on his tab.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey got it. It was great to see Dave Chappelle.
You mentioned Little Big Shots about 9 times, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I'm not watching it.
I'm too grown.
Yeah. So, I don't have no Little Big Shots in my house, so. On to the next for me.
Steve.
You want to make sure them checks keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
As we all do. Well, yeah, Def Jam 25 off the chain. Maybe the next one for Def Jam 30, they'll invite you. You think?
Yeah, that'd be like the Def Jam. The people that take Def Jam that wasn't good then, look at them now. It'd be that segment of it. You're like, what, you did Def Jam? I didn't know. Yeah, they didn't show it. Then they show you a clip of you know.
You ought to.
Because see, I didn't get, and that was the thing. But see, this was the thing. If you could do the peppermint, they would let you do Def Jam. That's why the peppermint was so rough. The peppermint would eat your ass up.
And who was Bill Bellamy was the host?
Bill Bellamy was the host.
Okay.
And if you did the peppermint was the test.
Right.
So if you did the peppermint, okay, yeah, we'll let you record. Let you take Def Jam.
Right.
Yeah. I had a better set at the peppermint than I did on Def Jam. They didn't boo me on Def Jam. It was kind of like, okay, yeah. This country ass dude, okay, yeah, he kind of funny, you know, okay.
You didn't get clowned though.
No, they just kind of listened.
So
and,
did DL clown you
after?
I mean, not DL. Did Martin clown you after you got off stage? Because sometimes they would do that, like they kind of throw a little jab after you get off stage, like, okay,
no,
this dude,
no,
okay,
no.
Well, then that was good though.
No, that I mean, I was as a comic. I mean, I was pretty much, well respected. Because I'm a funny dude. I wasn't just Def Jam. You had to have them hollering.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, they chuckle.
That Bernie Mac. Like, oh yeah, seriously.
This country nigga kind of smart. Oh, that was interesting that he said that like that. Oh, okay.
So they were more analyzing your set than they were really making it funny.
Yeah. Like, okay.
Because I do believe it's a choice to laugh.
And you got to remember, this was my first time ever going to New York. So it was, so for them and me, it's like, okay, this is like a cultural thing. Okay. I could tell he's from the South.
Okay.
Okay, this is, okay, well, I can see why he's funny. That kind of shit. You know. You had to have
were your jokes cultural?
Up and running.
I mean, were your
around.
jokes regional? I mean, were they more based for, like, have you gone back and really thought about, like, did they get it?
Yeah, they got it.
Okay.
You know, I think I may have mentioned something about OJ at the time.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was just like,
your show.
Like, exactly.
Well, they didn't know who you were.
Not yet, but the come 30, when they do the 30 or even the 50. Yeah,
the 50.
Yeah, that's another 25 years. I'm not sure. You know, Russ already 100, so.
What was the guy talking about that just saying that y'all was old? That was Kevin at the end. Y'all was old back then, so this is crazy.
Yeah, so you know, it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see everybody. It was cool to see everybody working together, you know, and like you start thinking about, wow, I forgot about this guy, or I forgot about that, you know, young lady or whatever. It was cool. The little girl with the long boots, what's her name? Melanie.
Mm-hmm. Melanie
Camacho.
Oh yeah.
Hadn't seen her in a while. It was good to see her. Yeah, it was cool to see everybody. A lot of folks. Cheryl Underwood, was good to see her being her.
Right.
It's been so long since I've seen her be her.
Nah, you stupid.
Well, I mean, I know she got CBS. I get it. You know, she even mentioned it. You know, she got CBS. But it was just cool to see her be her. It was cool to see Adele and you know, all the queens of comedy back then, except for some more and Monique.
Yeah.
So anyway, Harvey Relief. Speaking of being busy, I was trying to tie that in. I don't even know.
Again, Harvey Relief.
We're coming out of it. Still problems though. We're coming out of it.
Yeah. The city's bouncing back.
Yeah.
You know, everybody.
There's still some issues, FEMA and, you know, Red Cross, and I just really honestly think our government infrastructure. Can I just go here with my nerdness for a second?
Why not?
The government infrastructure, the technology infrastructure is 0 to none. The fact that you have people going to try and get disaster relief food stamps and they're standing in line at Greenspoint Mall for 3-4 hours outside.
Did you stand in that line?
No.
I thought about it.
To.
I definitely thought about it.
I wanted to. If the line hadn't been so long and it wasn't 92 degrees.
Well, I heard it was moving pretty fast. I did hear that.
Like moving pretty fast from around Macy's to the other side of the mall.
And for those who don't know, they had a mall in the city where you had to line up for food stamps, and they were not turning anybody down.
No, you would immediately get it either that day or the next day.
Yeah.
And they would put it on a card or something.
Get your little SNAP card or type deal. Yeah.
Which is amazing.
So
Please don't understand.
I thought that was pretty good.
Right. But why can't we do that online? I mean, the Red Cross thing. The site crashed 3 days in a row. Like, these are all things that are important.
I'm gonna tell you
FEMA relief.
Right.
Doesn't work.
I'm gonna tell you who haven't heard anything bad about site crashing. JJ Watt. I heard JJ's holding it down. Oh, JJ I heard JJ is showing where the money going.
Oh yeah, he got to. He promised when he took it though he was gonna show where it was going.
Yeah.
But people still mad at him.
Well, you know.
Well, I mean, come on.
You can't please everybody. Everybody mad at FEMA.
But you're not gonna just get a check. Like, people not just gonna give you
See that check. Now that's the wild part. They think they just supposed to get the money.
Yeah. Where all these millions of dollars going? Like, did you know that they had a disaster relief set up where people could go get free water and food for a week?
Right.
That's where a lot of the money is going. Like, I don't know.
You think he's supposed to come to your house and be like, oh yeah, let me write you this $20 million check. Get the fuck out.
Right.
Yeah. Some people just, you know,
right.
You're going to have that group that just don't know. Come on.
Just not happy about
moron.
Nothing. Right.
You're not going to get no.
Right. Just a check.
Yeah.
I will say that I had one of my aunts that lives in the Acres home community here in Houston, had about a foot of water in her house. No FEMA investigator still. No FEMA, nothing. They denied her Red Cross 3 times. She had no flood insurance. And she's working. She's self-employed. And so she couldn't go to the DSNAP thing on the day that they needed her to go because she had to go to work. And you had to go to the location to get to even be considered for DSNAP. Just know that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can't just go online and do it. You had to go during those certain hours or whatever. But I will say that she applied for some aid through a radio station and a popular DJ through his foundation, $1,000 from Walmart. Wow. Yeah. So we know that people outside of the community are trying to help. Again, like we said a couple of weeks ago, if you know of a family that was, just adopt them.
Adopt a family. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the easiest thing to do. If, even if it's $100 on, a Walmart gift card.
It could be even money you get from FEMA. Because it seems like the people that's getting the money from FEMA is like, I'm not understanding that. Like, okay, wow. And I hear so many people that I've seen they lost and they not get anything.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, they got denied by Red Cross because they make too much money. And I'm like, well, damn.
Right. They make too much money in the situation they were in. Like, they don't make too much money now because they're trying to rebuild their whole entire life.
Right.
Like,
right.
Like, just to clean your house out is whatever. Anyway, and also prayers for the other people. Florida is still going through their issues with Maria, and I know the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico are going through.
Puerto Rico.
U.S. Virgin Islands.
Oh,
too.
they just see that whole thing.
Yeah, I mean Puerto Rico. Yes, no lights, 100% of the island, running out of gas, running out of food. I can't imagine. I felt like I was on an island for 3 days in my own house.
Hey man, I'm telling you.
And I had lights.
they got the wrong president to have those kind of issues.
It's becoming abundantly clear.
Yeah, you got the wrong president. You got to realize that Trump is,
But
Trump mentality is, hey, it's not a state, so we'll get over there when you get there. Y'all got y'all got to start helping yourselves. That's what tripped me out when he said that the community has to start helping the community.
What?
Like, does this fool not know that the community is wiped the fuck out?
Right. Let's just start there. Let's talk about the people that's trying to help people.
I was like, yeah, that's that good old white privilege right there, boy. Yeah. It's not the United States. Yeah. It's a territory. It's an island. It's
with a big ocean.
Yeah, hey.
It's a big ocean. They
ain't our problem. And let him tell it they all Mexicans to him, I'm sure.
But this is what I don't understand. Like the Jones Act, which a lot of people have started to talk about, and the tariffs and all the things that are being denied Puerto Rico because of this whole Jones
he not lifting
Act thing. There's a temporary lift. I found out on Friday, which is allowing goods and services from other islands, because they've been asking these other territories and other governments have been asking to help, and we have been sticking to our guns and bad choice of words and saying no.
I'm gonna tell you, everybody that should be helping is like the big Carnival cruise lines that go through there. Is no way they should let they should be there posted up so those people can stay on the ship right there. Right. Seriously. Yeah. That's what I think, because they take the tourists through there.
Well, even the military. So there's a military base on the island. So you mad at those people too? Like, so they're like, okay, so these military people are trying to, be first responders and trying to help, but then their families, they're worried about them too, because there's nothing for them to eat and nothing for. So one of the retired, military guys got on TV and was basically like, look, we need to get them out, their families out of there, put them on a military base so that they can concentrate on being first responders. I mean, he had a whole plan laid out. I was like, can they get him and Trump up in the same office so he could tell him what to do?
Commander-in-Chief is a dumbass. Let's be clear. We know that.
But the military is there. They know what to do. They've assessed the situation. National Guard is there. FEMA is there. But nobody is writing, is signing the checks. And that's where I have a problem with Trump.
Well,
because when you was on board to sign the check for Houston, you was on board to sign the check before the hurricane even hit Florida, because your golf place is there.
Again, ma'am,
I know
they're a territory and not a state. So as far as Donald Trump,
a territory that you happen to have bad dealings with in the past.
Well, again,
and a territory that you have problems with because you didn't have a Trump
in my best country,
a Trump hotel
my
there,
best country,
which
boys,
was your
I
investment.
can put together is, hey, you were a foreigner, okay?
Wow.
And over here in the United States of a goddamn America, we help you when we fucking can,
when we feel like it.
That too.
Okay.
So, that's that. Like
it's just so sad. And the mayor, she seems like she's really, I mean, those are her people, and
of course.
And they're dying. Like they said, it was a whole hospital of just people that were on ICU died.
Yeah, that's wild. But
yeah, I know like Jennifer Lopez is sending money, and they said Pitbull got the Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban's plane to try and get cancer patients over. She's Rosie Perez.
I got friends. We did that.
Yeah.
Send a plane. But dude probably got a plane. All he was like, man, just pay for the gas.
Yeah.
Which is fucking expensive.
Yes.
But I mean, it's still good though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everybody chip in and put in on the gas.
It's crazy. So hopefully they can start to FEMA people were saying that, it'll probably be like this week or next week or so when they can get to them. So hopefully that this week or next week will turn into today. And, we can get some help to those.
It shows where we need to be with the infrastructure here in this country.
Yes.
So let's just hope we get it together before we need it again and not be prepared.
Speaking of being unprepared.
Speaking of, what you say?
Well, today.
Right on.
Or last night. Was it overnight? When did this happen? This shooting in Las Vegas.
Vegas. Yes. Yeah. That was last night.
Okay. So, it was last night at the Country Music Festival.
Right. Route 91.
Across from Mandalay Bay. Huge festival. I would say 50,000 people.
Quite a few.
Okay. Full open arena. And there was a 64-year-old man that has been identified as the shooter.
That's wild.
And so far, the death toll, the last one I looked at was 58 dead and over 300 injured.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, gun laws, Second Amendment,
Now, I gotta say, I'm an advocate. For guns.
Okay. Me too.
Okay.
I have a concealed handgun license.
So my thing is, I think the issue should be more addressed towards mental illness in this country than anything else. Even though with this guy, I don't know if because when somebody snap, they just snap.
True.
It ain't, so.
True.
But I do think that this should be a time that we talk about mental illness and
gun
people
ownership.
with mental illness. Yeah.
Well, and not only that, but just I think what most people have been talking about is some sort of across the board testing, or not testing, but across the board licensing, where every state has access to whatever the other state has access to. Because right now it's state to state. So what they're trying to do is make that across the board so that you can start to see where if someone was denied in one city, then
or one state,
then they would need to be denied in that other state too. Because that's all they're doing is going across the lines and buying them. If they can't get them there, or they go to a gun show,
right,
and you buy it at the gun show just outright,
which is kind of hard to prevent. I mean, well, I guess if you got access to that at your computer,
to that deal. It goes back to government infrastructure though, and IT infrastructure, and then also, why do we have to have these machine gun type army weapons? Selling them to civilians.
Hey, Trump keep being Trump at the rate Trump going, but then you gonna find out why you need some of those, because North Korea still ain't bullshit.
Well, why can't they be in the hands of the military and people that we know are somewhat safe?
Because in this country, you have the right to bear arms.
Okay. Well, then let's go to the First Amendment then, and let's see what they got to say.
Well,
see, you don't want to talk about that.
They go together.
They go exactly. So if I'm kneeling and you got your AK-47, I don't want to hear nothing you saying about me kneeling.
Man, I can dig it. I can dig it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Man, the Second Amendment.
Hey,
the Constitution as a whole,
which some people say needs to be revamped.
Yeah. It wasn't written for everybody, as they say.
No.
I mean, we're only adopting that principle.
Right.
We're only hoping that's what they meant.
Let's be, right. Because if you listen to that third verse of the national anthem.
And it was originally written that, it's been amended, right? That 14th Amendment that black people, that's a whole, right. It wasn't written for us to begin with. So.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah,
it should be revamped. A lot of stuff should be revamped. Can we redo the election? Let's revamp that. The Electoral College. It's a lot. The tax reform. What else is going on? Oh, FEMA. The overtime police officers.
Yeah, well, the Secret Service said they ain't getting their money. Say they running low on the budget for for the Secret Service.
It's a lot going on right now.
I'm telling you.
Watch Trump say he did it all.
45 gonna be number 5. Think about it.
Number 5.
Oh. All right.
Got it.
Yeah, and since I always had to find a way to bring up the Cowboys.
Not this week.
Well, again.
Because what you don't want to do is bring up the Cowboys when they lost.
Whatever. Again.
And when the Texans won by the largest lead that we've ever had, with the most points we've ever had, 54.
Let's be clear, it was Tennessee. All right.
Yeah, the defense that the week before they talked about how they was gonna be so this and they was gonna be so that, and they got the best defense in the conference. And
did y'all take a knee though? How about that? Did they do that?
We
in
linked
the NFL?
arms
Y'all
together
arms
because that's what we did during Harvey. We all came together.
So what do you think is gonna happen after that?
With who?
With all of them. I mean, all the NFL players, they took a knee, because the president came out and said, those son of a bitches.
Well, we in Houston, we're in a crisis. Like, it's a lot going on.
So it was too much for y'all y'all were just overwhelmed.
So we gonna talk about the knee? Really? That's what we doing? Because Jerry came out there before the anthem and took a knee.
Well, the Cowboys
and then stood up.
Well, the Cowboys they came out and did take a knee,
and then stood up when the national anthem came.
For the national anthem, yeah, of course.
That's what I do every day. I sit down, and then when they play the national anthem, they tell you to stand up. So how is that any different?
They took a knee in solidarity to show that they are aware of the police brutality and injustice that is going on in America. They acknowledged that. Yeah. So they took a knee for that. They acknowledged that.
And they were supposed to be praying, but Jerry was looking at the camera.
Well, I don't.
He smiled.
What goes on in Jerry's mind is in Jerry's mind. So
I just don't want it to become this thing where, like, a photo op, or like you're only doing it to appease. Just we're not gonna come out of the locker room. Like, we don't want everybody to feel a certain type of way. Like, it's literally become something that it never was supposed to become, and the reason it's doing.
Well, it needs that attention. So the issue needs that attention.
If they're talking about the issue right now, they're talking about the flag though. Right. So that's where I have a problem.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the flag came in.
How this all got to be about the goddamn flag? I'm not sure either, but it did.
We're talking about, these are the 3 things that we're talking about, just to make sure everyone is clear though. Social injustice, racial inequality, and police brutality.
Right.
Those are the 3 things that this whole protest started for. So I just wanted to make sure we were clear.
That's what that's what it's all about.
Yeah. It's not about the stupid flag, and it's not, sorry.
Nothing to do with the United States flag.
And let's just be clear about
the national anthem.
And let's be clear about the people that are offended, because that's the other issue that keeps coming up. The military is offended. No, the military took an oath to protect the Constitution.
Well,
of the United States.
Exactly.
The Constitution involves.
And the military is not offended. That's how he came up with the knee in the first place.
Right.
Talking to some military guys.
Yeah. A Navy SEAL guy, not even just some military. A Navy SEAL, just one of the top, ranked.
Whatever. They'll figure it out. They'll get it together.
And
hopefully this world will change.
Yeah. And if anybody asks you like why, having a problem with, the flag and why so what would you like for me to do? This is how I've approached it. What would you like for me to do? How would you like for me to protest? What would make you feel comfortable in my protest? And when I do that, so you want me to stand up and you want me to put my hand over my heart, right? Right?
Right.
Okay. So where do you want my left hand to be? Do you want me to stand on one leg or 2?
Hey.
Do you want me? I mean, that's where it goes. Do I hold my head up, or do I look at the flag, or can I pray? Like what? This is where the level of
over your heart and a fuck you finger with your left. That's the American way.
It? I should take a picture right now.
That's the American way. That's the American way.
So that's what I say. I say, don't infringe on anybody's rights to do what they need to do, as long as they're not. If it's not affecting, or you're not killing somebody,
right.
You're breaking the law. That's what they want to do, and you can't tell somebody how to do it.
Can't. Speaking of infringe, though, how about that Cardi B infringed on #1 in the billboards on her no rapping ass
with her no rapping self.
Cardi B. They just made the song hot though, but go get it, girl.
Hey, ride this way.
Yeah.
They like you. You're ratchet enough. They let you. But when you beat Taylor Swift, the queen of pop country, whatever they done labeled her, that's major.
Yeah.
These is bloody shoes.
That damn Cardi B. I just refuse to repeat the lyrics.
But they're good. You's a boss.
Yeah.
I mean, you's a worker. I'm a boss. These, it's kind of catchy.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody has a little ratchet. It's just, showing the ratchetness of the United States right now.
The ratchetness. Yeah. And that's it.
Hey.
It's a good ratchet though. She's a cute ratchet to look at. I definitely give her that. Yeah. I think she's cute.
I just never can tell who she is, because she always changes her look, which is cute, I guess.
She will get brand new on your ass.
Yeah. And the different voices. I mean, it's very, what it reminds me of is early Lil' Kim.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And early Nicki Minaj.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. The wigs and the whole,
Interesting.
Except Kim could rap. It'll be interesting because, this one Cardi is more making like joke and light of the song.
I haven't even studied it now.
I was watching it. How they had a little revolt.
I just
thing.
like to see the girls turn up when they hear it in the club. They turn on and get to singing, and that's cute. But other than that, I don't.
Okay.
Moving
she's
right
number
on.
1.
Yeah, she is number 1.
Yeah.
Salute to that.
Yeah.
For real.
And the fact that she beat Taylor.
Hey.
Look.
You a new artist. How about you the hottest thing on Love and Hip Hop, and you're not even a hip hop person. You're not even a hip hop artist, but you are.
She not on that no more though.
Why would she be?
Right.
Purpose served.
To use
next.
Yeah. Y'all better get in there while y'all can.
Ray J
Cardi
still can't get a hit.
He wasn't talented to begin with.
Next up, Love and Hip Hop Miami.
What?
Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Who's doing that?
Trick Daddy.
You lying.
He gonna be on there though. Trust and believe. Love and Hip Hop Miami. Watch.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Well, he ain't doing nothing else.
What else we talking about before we get the hell up out of here?
The D challenge.
Oh my God.
It's on.
That
it's
and
on.
that and the P challenge, they were killing me with that.
Lord.
I'm like, come on, man, really? This is what we doing.
This what we. I mean, what else we got to do?
This what we doing.
What else we got to do? I mean, we have multiple things that we're.
This what we doing.
Beautifully multi-talented people. So yeah, what's what we doing? I've seen Sanaa Lathan. Well, the first one I saw was Erykah Badu and Michael Blackson. If y'all don't know, it's what you would do for the D or the P. And if you don't know what D or P is, you probably shouldn't be listening to this show.
Well, yeah, because if you're confused, it's Dick and Pussy Challenge. Okay, the girls are rapping about what they would do for the dick, and the women are rapping, and the guys are rapping about, and some women and some men. I'm just saying, that's normally how I go. Because I think I heard.
You got people that
I heard a girl rapping about the Pussy Challenge. So
it's not. Yeah.
But that's what it is.
But that's what it is. But yeah, the first one I saw was Erykah Badu and Michael Blackson.
Hilarious.
And I didn't know what it was. I mean, I literally didn't know. So I'm thinking that she's making another, called Tyrone.
I honestly thought it was an audition tape for a horror movie the way Erykah ass looked. Like, what the fuck is going on with Erykah?
She was heavy on the bottom color of the whatever that was on her bottom eyelid.
She was in the studio, so you never fucking know.
Yeah, I'm sure it reeked of everything.
Then the other one.
The other one, I saw Sanaa Lathan. Have you seen Sanaa's?
No.
Sanaa right now is doing a movie. I don't know if it's a documentary or some sort of movie about hair. So she's actually cut all her hair off. I don't know if you've seen it. Oh, yeah,
I did see it with the low ball.
Right. So she actually did the D challenge with a wig and pulled the wig off, which I thought was hilarious at the end. Oh. She was like, I cut my hair for the D. And pulled her wig off. It was pretty funny. And then Regina Hall and Issa Rae, which Issa Rae is hot right now because she was the one that if you saw her, they asked her at the
that's a Secure chick, right?
Yes.
HBO Secure.
Yeah. And they asked her at the Emmys, who she was for. She was like Everybody Black. Mm-hmm. So that's Issa Rae, and then Regina Hall, who was on Girls Trip, who's been on everything. She actually is low key pretty funny. I really
Regina Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is.
I saw her on a new movie on Netflix.
All the little comedic roles that she has, she usually does pretty well.
Yeah. She has really good timing. So anyway, the two of them did one together. It's pretty cool too. So the D challenge. You said you saw somebody do the P challenge. Morris Chestnut? Is that what you told me?
Yeah. I saw Morris do that. Yeah.
Really? I'm gonna have to go check that out.
He did the Pussy challenge. Yeah. But he kept saying, the P challenge. The P challenge.
Like I just did.
Get your grown ass out of here on social media. Yes. The P challenge. No.
But did he say the word when he was doing it?
He said P. He sounded like a real cornball.
Yes. Because the girls are saying the dick. I mean, like what they do for the dick.
Right, man. You get it. He's a cornball.
Yeah, he is. I've heard some things.
Hey, not my business.
Whatever. But yeah, so the D challenge is pretty cool. Obviously every time somebody does something, somebody got something to say. So keep saying it.
Right. Hey man, my name is Dezz White, and that's been a great episode. Another great episode of Dezz White Intoxicating
Thoughts
with my girl Nat Jones.
Who?
Nat Jones. Mm-hmm. Look for her on Twitter at
Nat Jones. Who?
Find her on Instagram at
Nat Jones. Who?
Find her on Facebook at
Nat Jones. Who?
Right on. And as always,
this one over here,
you can always find me. It's Dezz White on Twitter, and that's always Dezz with 2 Z's. Dezz White on Instagram. Dezz White on Facebook. Dezz White Live on Facebook.
Well, look, let me tell you something. You got too many damn pages because people can't be keeping up with all of this stuff.
Appreciate y'all coming in, checking us out.
I really don't. I was really excited.
Peace.